Hey guys, David Johnson here again. We're going to do a little better this time. We're chopping it up into two separate parts here. We're going to do first chapter of James, kind of do a piece by piece, play by play type thing here. First half of it, and then the second half. This here is the first part, about the first 16 verses, and then the second half of this is going to be, the last part of the chapter. This first part here is the idea about how the essence of what true religion really is, kind of going into what true faith is all about and how it is impartial and what have you. Let's go ahead and jump on in. I'm reading out of my Bible today, the King James Version. No internet Bibles today, but you're more than welcome to grab them if you like. Here we go. James, a servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given to him. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything for the Lord, of the Lord. Now, we kind of got going on here a couple main ideas. First, temptation. James starts off here. Temptation is just, it's a fact of your Christian life. And you're going to see it in a whole lot of different forms, many diverse forms. So you kind of got to be on your guard against them because they're coming at you in a whole lot of different angles. And he says you should embrace them, not. He's not saying fall prey to them. He's saying embrace what they are to you, as because they can increase your patience to strengthen your faith. And patience is one of the gifts of the gifts of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. We got the gifts of the Spirit up there. I'm still kind of backwards on the camera. Deal with me. Help me on that one. I'll get it eventually. But yeah, patience there, one of the gifts of the Spirit. And it serves to strengthen our faith. Our faith, of course, in God. Wisdom, we see here, is one of our free gifts we can get from the Lord, from God, but we must ask for it in faith, confident we're going to receive the wisdom we ask for. A man who has no confidence in God will receive nothing from him. It's kind of like, yeah, sure, whatever, God. If you sort of feel like it, maybe I'd be kind of like, if I was the Lord, like, yeah, whatever. I sort of see if nobody really had any faith with me, I would be kind of lax in my handing out wisdom myself. So I can kind of see the point there. Double-mindedness, or being of two opinions about things, especially where faith is concerned, hurts stability everywhere else in your life. Because faith is just the ability to keep on keeping on in one aspect of it. It's kind of like long-suffering, not... long-suffering is just kind of the way to keep on. It's one of the... another name for one of the gifts of the Spirit. Faithfulness, is just the stability, the oomph. And it hurts every other part of your life. And we kind of see that happen. Faith is a key point in our lives as Christians. John then goes on here in verse 9 to 11. James, excuse me. Let the brother of low degree rejoice in that he is exalted, but the rich in that he is made low, because as the flower of the grass he shall pass away. For the sun is no sooner risen with the burning heat, but it withereth the grass, and the flower thereof falleth, and the grace of the fashion of it perisheth. So also shall the rich man fade away in his ways. This kind of is touching briefly on the ideas, not to get so hung up, and it goes back to one of the diverse temptations here, to get so hung up on our degree of physical wealth, because, take a flower, for example. It's a temporary, or we get temporary thing. It only lasts for a matter of time, time-based. It's not eternal. Form of wealth. The rich man. These stuff we have on earth, it's not going to last. It only lasts as long as we live here, and we can't take it up to heaven anyway. I'd rather put my stock and my wealth up in heaven, where I'm going to live forever. And I know that it's going to be safe. Now, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God, for God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then, when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. Do not err, my beloved brethren. And you see here, enduring temptation has rewards in heaven, like we said earlier, that stock that we've got. I'd rather have it up in heaven, waiting for me. And it doesn't mean I've got to live like a homeless guy, week to week here and have absolutely nothing, just skirting by. But I shouldn't have all my focus on making sure I'm the richest guy around either. We also see that God is not a tempter, and he cannot be tempted by evil. They can't be in the same place. It's not possible. Man, however, can be, and the end result is death. However, Jesus paid that debt for us, and if we believe that he did, and that God raised him from the dead, that's how we get that stock share, so to speak, in heaven. He was raised again on the third day by God, the Father who sent him. It's not a timeshare. I don't like that term anyway. But that's how we get that reward of ours starting in heaven. And this is kind of where the patience in our faith with God comes in. We got to wait until that time when God calls us back. It may be the rapture, or it may be when we die to this earth, to this body, and are taken up into heaven. But we've got such a better reward waiting for us there. And I don't know about you, I'm looking forward to it. So that's the first half here, and I'll be back in a little bit with the second half of James chapter 1.